Top 7 trade jobs that don't break your body in 2025. Look, I'm going to be real with you. I'm 50 years old, and my body, yeah, it knows it. I spent 14 years in a sheet metal union, came in green as an apprentice, busted my tail, and clawed my way up to foreman. Then 15 years ago, I started my own HVAC contracting business. 29 years total in the trades. But here's the thing nobody tells you. Not all trade jobs are going to destroy your spine by the time you're 45. Some trades, you can make 6 figures and still be able to pick up your grandkids without wincing. Before we get started, smash that like button and subscribe. All right, let's get into it. Today I'm breaking down 7 trade careers that'll keep you working and walking well into your 60s and beyond. These aren't desk jobs pretending to be trades. These are real trades with real money. They just happen to be easier on your knees, your back, and your shoulders. And honestly, some of these pay better than the back-breaking stuff. I wish somebody had told me about these when I was 23 and thought I was invincible. Spoiler alert, we're not invincible. Your body's going to send you the bill eventually. The question is, how big is that bill going to be? Luckily, I was taught some pretty good safety techniques and followed them pretty well. But accidents can happen, and they usually happen when you're not being safe. So let's talk about 7 ways you can build a killer career in the trades without needing chiropractor on a speed dial. Number 1, fire alarm and security system installer. Low voltage work, light equipment, high demand. That's the 3-word pitch right there. Fire alarms and security systems are everywhere. Every commercial building needs them. Every new construction project requires them. Every old system eventually needs upgrading. And somebody's got to install them, test them, and maintain them. The work? You're running wire, but it's low voltage, so it's lighter and easier to handle. You're mounting devices, programming panels, testing systems. No heavy conduit, no massive equipment. Just you, some hand tools, and a lot of attention to detail. Because in these trades, details matter. Lives depend on these systems working right. The physical demand, way lower than traditional electrical or mechanical trades. You're climbing ladders, yeah, but you're not hauling 100-pound units or digging trenches. Money-wise, installers make 40 to 75K plus as employees. Get your certifications, specialize in complex systems, 70 to 95K plus is common. Go contractor and start landing service contracts with property management companies. 100K to 180K plus is absolutely in reach. Monthly monitoring contracts, annual inspections, system upgrades, that's recurring revenue that stacks up fast. Getting in? Some electrical background helps, but isn't required. Manufacturers offer training. Fire alarm certifications are available through NICET. This is the smart trade for people who like technical work, but don't want to destroy their body doing it. Number 2, appliance repair technician. Now, stick with me here, because I know you're not thinking, appliance repair? Really? Yes, really. Here's why this is genius. People will always need their stuff fixed. Refrigerators, washers, dryers, dishwashers, ovens, and replacing this stuff is expensive, way more expensive than fixing it. So you show up, you diagnose, you fix, you leave, repeat. No heavy construction, no attics, no crawl spaces. You're working in people's kitchens and laundry rooms. The tools fit in a van. The parts are manageable. You're not breaking your back. Plus, and this is key, people need you fast. When their fridge dies, they're losing food. When their washer breaks, their life stops. You show up quick. You fix it right. They'll pay premium rates and refer you to everyone they know. The money? Employees at appliance repair companies make 35 to 60K plus. Not bad for a relatively chill gig. But here's the real play. You go independent, build a customer base, get some good online reviews. 75 to 120K plus is totally achievable. And you're setting your own schedule, choosing your jobs, running your own show. Getting in? Some manufacturers offer training. Tech schools have programs. Or you can start working for an appliance repair company and learn on the job. No 4-year apprenticeship. Just learn the work and start making money. Hey everyone, real quick, if you're sitting there thinking, man, these sound great, but which trade actually is right for me? Check out Course Careers. Talk to Coura. This is Course Careers' new AI career counselor. Pretty cool, actually. Coura will help you figure out if HVAC, plumbing, electrical, construction project managing, construction estimating, architectural drafting, or supply chain coordinator fits your goals, your situation, your life. Then you could start a free intercourse just like thousands of students across multiple industries have used to break into high-paying careers fast. No experience, no college degree required. The intercourse shows you exactly what the job is like day to day and teaches you how to get hired within 4 to 12 weeks. I'll leave the link in the description and pin in the comments below. All right, back to the list. Number 3, building automation specialist. Okay, this is the future right here. Smart buildings, integrated systems, everything talks to everything else. Lighting, HVAC, security, fire alarms, access controls, all running through one central system. And somebody's got to set it up, program it, and keep it running. That's you, the building automation specialist. This job is like 80% computer work, 20% field work. You're programming controllers, setting up networks, configuring interfaces, making sure the building thinks correctly. The physical work, running network cables, mounting equipment. But you're talking low voltage stuff, light equipment, no heavy lifting. This isn't hauling ductwork. This is plugging in internet cables and typing on laptops. Your joints, they're going to be fine. The pay, specialists are making 55 to 95K plus as employees. Get into larger systems, complex integrations, you're hitting 6 figures easy. Go independent and start landing service contracts with office buildings, hospitals, universities. 120 to 250 plus is absolutely doable. These systems need constant attention, and there aren't enough qualified people to do the work. Getting in, background in HVAC, electrical, or IT helps. Manufacturers like Johnson Controls, Honeywell, Siemens offer training and certifications. Some tech schools have programs now too. This is where the trades meet technology and is wide open for anyone willing to learn.
Hey, quick break here. If you're interested in a free course on getting into the trades, then click this link below.
Number 4, plumbing design and estimating. This is what I call the I paid my dues trade. You start as a plumber. You do your time in the trenches, literally. You learn the work. You learn the systems. You learn what things actually cost in the real world. Then you move into the office and use that knowledge to design systems or estimate jobs. And you never have to deal with a backed up sewer line ever again. That alone is worth it. Plumbing designers work with architects and engineers to spec out plumbing systems for commercial buildings. You're doing drawings, calculations, load requirements, all from a desk. Estimators take plans and figure out material costs, labor hours, project timelines. You're bidding jobs, bidding relationships, winning contracts. 0 crawl spaces, 0 wet basements, just you, a computer, and a good coffee machine. The money, design and estimating positions pay 50 to 95K plus as an employee, depending on the market and your experience. But if you start your own estimating consulting business or team up with contractors, you can push 100 to 150K plus pretty comfortably. Getting into this, you got to do your time in the field first. You can't estimate what you don't understand. But once you've got 5 to 10 years of hands-on experience, you can make this transition, and your lower back will love you for it. Number 5, electrical work. Now hold on before you say, but electricians do break their bodies. Let me clarify. Residential electricians? Yeah, you're crawling through attics, digging trenches, doing rough-in work in the tightest spaces. That'll beat you up. But commercial and industrial electrical? That's a whole different animal. You're working in warehouses, office buildings, manufacturing facilities. Most of the work is at chest height or above. You're bending conduit, pulling wire, installing panels, but you're not destroying your knees on concrete all day. Plus, a lot of commercial electrical work is troubleshooting and maintenance. You're problem solving with a multimeter, not digging ditches with a shovel. Brain work pays better than back work anyways. The money, electricians do well. Employees pull 45K to 90K plus depending on location and specialty. Getting into industrial, 6 figures isn't uncommon. Go contractor? Oh man, 100K to 300K plus if you're running projects, doing service work, building relationships with facility managers. Electrical work is everywhere and it's never going away. Getting in? Apprenticeship, usually 4 to 5 years. You can go union or non-union. Both have their pros and cons. But the training is solid and you're making money while you learn. And compared to a lot of the other trades, your body stays in way better shape. Number 6, HVAC controls technician. Now this is my world, but with a tech twist. See, I spent my whole career slinging metal and turning wrenches. But the HVAC world, it's changing fast. Buildings are getting smarter. Systems are getting more complex. And the guys programming and calibrating these controls, they're sitting pretty while the rest of us are crawling through attics. An HVAC control tech deals with the brains of the system. You're working with thermostats, sensors, building automation systems, software programming. You're making sure that 100-ton chillers talk to air handlers, that the zone control is actually controlling the zones, that everything runs efficiently and doesn't waste energy. It's like being a translator between mechanical equipment and the digital world. The physical work, minimal. You're running low voltage wire, mounting sensors, but mostly you're on a laptop, calibrating, programming, troubleshooting. Your back isn't going to hate you for this one. Money-wise, employees in this field make 45 to 85K plus starting out. Get your certs, get some experience, you're easily hitting 70 to 100K plus. But contractor life? Oh boy. Service contracts for commercial buildings are gold. You're talking 100K to 200K plus if you build it right. Maybe more. Why? Because when a building's controls go down, they need you like yesterday. And they'll pay premium rates to get it fixed. Getting in? You can start with HVAC experience and move into controls. Or you can go straight for control training. Lots of tech schools offer programs now. Some manufacturers offer training too. Number 7, elevator technicians. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. This job has its ups and downs. I hate myself for that joke too. But seriously, elevator techs have one of the best gigs in the trades. You're working in controlled environments. No blazing hot attics. No frozen crawl spaces. You're in office buildings, hotels, apartment complexes. Mostly climate-controlled spaces where elevators, exist. The work, it's mechanical and electrical, troubleshooting, maintenance, installation, modernization. You're using your brain more than your back. Sure, there's some physical work. You're not sitting at a desk all day, but compared to humping sheet metal up 3 flights of stairs, this is like vacation. Here's the money part. As an elevator tech employee, you're looking at 50 to 90K plus, depending on your location and experience. Union shops, even better. We're talking 80 to 100K plus, with benefits that'll make your friends jealous. But here's where it gets spicy. If you go out on your own and you start doing service contracts, maintenance agreements, modernization projects, you can easily clear 150K to 200K plus as a contractor. Elevators are everywhere and they all need maintenance. Hospitals, shopping centers, apartment buildings, office towers. That's recurring revenue, baby. Monthly maintenance contracts that pay like clockwork. Getting into this trade, usually need an apprenticeship, typically 4 to 5 years. It's competitive. Not everyone gets in. But if you do, you're set and your knees will thank you when you're 60. So there you have it. 7 trade careers that keep you working without wrecking your body. Look, I love the trades. I built a life in this world. But I'm not going to lie to you and pretend my body doesn't remind me of every stupid decision I made when I was 25. If I could do it again, I'd seriously consider some of these paths. Same trade world, same money, sometimes more money, just less damage to the body that's got to carry you through the next 40 years. You don't have to sacrifice your health to make a great living in the trades. Smart work beats hard work every single time. If this video helped you, smash that like button. If you want more unfiltered trade career advice, subscribe and hit that notification bell. And remember, why don't trade workers ever play hide and seek with office workers? Because the office workers always get found in the meetings, while the trade workers actually know how to disappear into ceilings and crawl spaces when they need to. Peace out.